Hey kids, you join us while I clean my screen. You join us halfway through our journey.
Halfway through?
Because we didn't do an intro. I know. Do you know what? I don't know what I'm doing at the moment. And I kind of like it. I kind of like it. So it's going to be chaotic. And it's going to be a bit of a mess. But we're here. We're in London town. We're in Marylebone. We just did the shops there and filmed some content because you know what, fourth wall breakdown. Sometimes you just got to go places to film content.
Yeah, it's true.
It's just life, okay? And then where are we going now? Angel, which is actually a very good charity shop, and it's big and it's the cheapest in London. I will tell you where it is.
Yeah, consider it's quite central.
Yeah, we've accidentally found it once. I'll tell you where it is when we get there.
Accidentally found it once.
And I'll put the links down below. What else was I going to say? I'll catch up.
I actually can't really think bag which we just bought because I don't want to carry.
Oh, we're going to be auctioning this off later.
Yeah.
It's from Bagoo.
Yeah.
Insert here. It's but I'm chronically on TikTok, and they are very popular.
BAGGU.
Right, let me just get into this car park and then I'll meet you again. Anyway, car park, best car park in London. If you also want to, I've got paper parking. You also want to know what car park this is, I'll tell you. It's the Marylebone Square.
You can flip it, isn't it?
Yeah. What was I going to say though? It's a bit of a chaotic day, I'm not going to lie to you. We're in between Christmas and New Year. We honestly don't know what we're doing, and I think that's okay to say it.
I think most people don't know it. I think that what happens is most people just stay at home, and to be fair, we've done that before. Yeah. Because, or you go kind of random shopping, you do what you do, but... And
because I have quite chronic ADHD, that panics me in my brain, and that's okay too, just so you know. It's okay to be panicked all the time because I am.
I think if you have children like our little one today, that one of the reasons we come to London is to drop the little one and granddad to West Leighton Orient, right? So it's kind of two birds, one stone for us.
Should we do a mini haul in the car?
We can do that.
Yeah, I think that's a nice thing to do. Yeah. Anyway, do you know? I don't even know what I'm saying. I don't even know what, I just feel a bit like compacted, but we did a What Not show last night. We have to go home and pack that later.
We could do a pop-up today from a car.
Well, I was thinking of doing it, but I signal and there's just so many.
It's a lot right now.
This is a lot right now, okay? But we're getting there. We're going to get there together, aren't we? Through the medium.
I think you have to pick up the phone. Like we film on the phone for anyone who doesn't know. Now at least, I think you just have to pick up the phone and record at all times, and then anything I say, anything obscene, we'll just clip out.
Yeah. We've been trying a new filming format, so hopefully that works, and it's all, you're going to see it after this. We've already been in some shops, so you're going to see it after this.
And the key is from your person.
Okay, be right back. Wait there. I stuck the phone to Austin's window and he's going.
I'm not happy, I'll be honest with you.
Anyway, okay, mini haul. By the way, just to clarify, Marylebone is a very, very, very bad place to go thrifting if you're looking for actual bargains.
If you want like cheap, how's that? Yeah, hold on.
If you want cheap, great things to resell, then probably not the place to go. But in terms of, we like to make content there because you get really rad designer stuff. However,
on Cloud, 7.5, pretty much fit an 8, and these are the Cloud Swift. They go for like this colorway. Decking down. This colorway with the white and the grey on the back.
These are good ones, right?
They sound like go for around what, 200 quid, depending on the size. And we just paid. What did we pay?
But also January is when everyone gets fit.
Yeah, that's it.
Not me. But
I would also say like these are more like these used to be like properly like on running. They used to be kind of a running based shoe. I'm trying to duck down now. More running based shoe. However, I will say they do them in JD and stuff now, and it's kind of cool to have on clouds. They're more kind of general.
We were in Harvey Nichols and they had a sign for on clouds, and it just said on. Are we now saying on?
Yeah, that's facts.
Has it never been called on cloud?
It has been called on cloud. Yeah, that's why you on cloud. Can't say anymore. Well, on technically, but like cloud text, for example. Like, it's
these are for eBay or Vinted. I know this is so boring and I don't normally pick these things up, but no one appreciates this on Whatnot. Yeah, I'm talking to you. If you watch us on Whatnot, we undersell this all the time, so it's no longer yours.
These are like £60. These are 60 quid.
They start at 83, but there's some in the sale for 60.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to argue, the cheapest you can find you are £60.
Yeah. However, they go up to £90 if you get the Gore-Tex ones.
Yeah.
So I am going to search for a Gore-Tex sign later, but they're from Burton, not to be mistaken with Burton from Dorothy Perkins, the men's side, but a durable goods company which makes ski wear, outdoor stuff. They've got the vinyl like mitten section. These were £6. Yeah, these are £6 in Marylebone. £6. They should be at least 30-40 quid. Burton though, you're looking out for this, but not Burton. Dorothy Perkins Burton. It's like this logo, Burton.
That logo. That's for you. I'll take the
logo. I scoured there. I saw this the other day when we were here. There's just Andover Stories. I like buying Andover Stories. It was originally £12 in this charity shop. It's just a lovely little graphic, stories and fortunes. I think it's cute, it's shimmery. I like picking up Andover Stories because Andover Stories is really stinking expensive still. Imagine that just with like a little pair of denim jeans or whatever. It's just super cute, and I find that graphic t-shirts still sell really well no matter the brand.
Yeah, they do.
This t-shirt was actually in this shop a couple of weeks ago when we came, but I thought £12 was a bit spicy for a t-shirt. But look how great that would. That would be great with jeans, right? I thought that was yours.
No, that's not my bag.
Also, if you've been wearing this is Baggu. Once again, I saw it on TikTok. This is the large size in the olive green, and these start, I think for the smaller size, start at 50, but they're like viral AF. It's called Baggu.
It was kind of part of that whole...
like Ragu, but Baggu.
That whole kind of... what do you call it? Kind of cool kid, kind of...
the
sling bags.
Big size. This was £10 in the most expensive charity shop in the world.
Yep.
I can't think about Baggu without thinking about Ragu now.
You said it already.
I know, but now I keep thinking about it. And I found out this is a large version, by the way. And
it was pretty big on me.
Retail starts at 50 odd pounds, and resale is about the same. Like there's only like the 45 quid or something. Yeah,
fair play. They're not cheap either way.
No, but it's one of those bags that holds its value, you know.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. Also, I would say this bag has single-handedly made me want to get one of these. Not this necessarily this particular bag, but a sling style bag.
A sling man.
Yeah, there's them in there.
Just a little Bimbo Lola. I like when I find Bimbo Lola. I like when it's a whimsical print. This has got Pegasus horses. I'm pretty sure it's silk, but we'll find out later. And it's just a cute little like dress. But I always try and, if I'm picking up brands that can sometimes be a little bit sticky, anything with a really fun print on, or anything that's a little bit whimsical, or I don't know, what's the word, like fun? Yeah. Fun? Like a little Pegasus unicorn situation. Anyway, I think that would be really cute. It's not for me, it's for sale. This feels like if it wasn't on camera, it didn't happen. Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm just proving I didn't just pick these up from someone else. Inserting silk, whimsical, unicorn, leaf dress of dreams. Retail, about 150. Run VT.
They're bangers, I love those.
Fiorucci. So for anyone who doesn't know, I love Fiorucci, but also Fiorucci started as a jeans brand, and they made these jeans that were meant to basically lift your butt like no other jeans. They were called like the buffalo jeans, and then they were like had a nickname like buffalo butt jeans or something. Anyway, so they got the cherubs on, that's the logo. Fiorucci, they've done collaborations with Adidas, they've done loads of different things, and these are like a mum fit jean like this. But they've got all down the sides, they've got the velvet Fiorucci. Oh, look at that. Isn't that nice? The velvet Fiorucci with the roll up high waist. If you like any of these things, these are probably about 150 retail, size 8 to 10. If you do like any of these things, I'm really sorry because we probably have sold them by now. We're going to try and do... I'm not
like an idiot thing to say.
Not committing to everyday vlogs, but we're going to try best. So if you do see
anything,
if you do see something, just come to our Whatnot shows, guys. Do you know what? I completely underestimated these, and I'm sorry for doing it. Fiorucci jeans are in the sale at the moment for about $220 to $250, retail $300 upwards.
In the goddamn sale.
And I said about $150. They did have those Me and M velvet trousers, by the way, which were banging, but they were like £35, and that hurt my feelings.
You lowballed.
Now, and then I picked this up last but not least. I think I filmed it. I like the label. Go with instinct on your labels. Obviously, always try and look things up when you're there. But these say Eerie Wash. Eerie. Would you say Eerie or Eerie?
Eerie.
Wash. That's the name of the brand. And then it looks like a wash label. I guess that's like a fun thing.
Eerie, whatever.
Yeah. They're a side button, just a flat front, black, tailored trousey. Okay? But I looked up briefly on the internet, and the dresses were between 350 and 550 euros. So, firstly, if you want a pair of flat front black trousers for a bargain price, you're probably going to get it from me. But these are probably going to be plus £200 to £300 retail. And they're just so super chic. They were half price
in the sale too, which once again, I would say anyone thrifting who doesn't usually thrift in London and wants to come to London, my head's cut off again. But anyone who doesn't come to London, I feel so stupid doing that.
Now, with new brands, I like to give new brands benefit of the doubt. So a lot of the time I will first look up retail prices, because it might not be like when the comp situation, if there's no comps, it might not be because there are no comps, but rather that no one sold it.
Yeah, and once again, it could have had a name change, or it could be like a different label, like you said earlier about Goat and so on.
Yeah, and in most cases, really expensive brands, if not boutique brands that are like subject to boutique stores,
settings,
they probably have someone who is looking for them on the second-hand market,
and we'll pay something
waiting,
for them, right?
Praying mantis.
I would say average price is between, around about 15 and 20, most pieces.
For just basics.
Because they don't put, I will say this much though, they don't put a lot of what I call filler or high street brands in, like, you don't see a lot of supermarket brands.
I think they send it
good
out.
Stuff, right? So that's what it is. I'll take those from you.
That's it. We're now going to go to the big charity shop, which we found last time. We haven't got a huge amount of time today because we have to pick up our small human from the football. They support Leighton Orient, if anyone who wants to know. So we've got to get over to East London by 5 p.m.
East London.
But this is on the way, technically.
We're going to drive across. Yeah, we're going to drive across from where we are now to there. So
only because it's Sunday.
I appreciate half my face in this. Is my mouth is good.
Austin's grown his beard. Appreciation in the comments.
We'll go.
We're trying our best, okay? We're trying our best, and I think we should normalise Christmas resolutions and not New Year's.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, you make a Christmas resolution to work harder and work.
What, for a week till New Year?
Clever. No, because everyone starts on New Year's. Okay. So get your gym membership now.
Okay.
Right, like being one step ahead.
Okay, one step
ahead.
All right.
We have got huge plans for the new year, which we will share with you maybe in another video, just to ease you back in.
If I stand on, you can't see me anyway.
But our podcast, Austin got red wings for Christmas.
Oh, I did. I haven't even said that.
They're cute. Great resale. Put them on screen now.
Also, yeah, they're great resale. We'll put red wings on. I would also say, anyone who was thinking about getting red wings, I've put off for ages because I thought they were going to be really hard and I wanted to get used ones, so they were kind of beat up. They have cork inserts like Berkey's, guys. They mold to your feet. If you buy someone else's, you will have to remold them to your footbed. Think about it.
Gross.
They're also just as expensive to buy resale.
I was just going to say our podcast, The Hard Sell, which we rarely upload to because we are...
Useless.
Do you know what? Okay, I'm just going to say it. Our one flaw in life, we've got loads of flaws, just to clarify, is consistency. We suck at consistency, and that's okay to admit.
Do you know what? I actually totally, I'm going to say this to you. I totally disagree with you. I actually think the problem is we go with one thing and go heavy at that one thing.
And then, like...
everything else just like is good.
However,
so we're trying to juggle all the balls.
A website did vote it number 9 reselling podcast in the whole world.
I'm gonna be honest with you,
all the others are American.
Here, but I don't know who did that.
No, don't worry.
It wasn't me.
I don't think it was a legit entity. So
no. I'll take 9 out of 40, whatever they were.
If you want to listen to it, the link is down in the description. It will be now. There's
like 25, 30 episodes at this point.
Also, we're going to be getting hardcore back into Vinted. We've got a plan. Vinted and eBay.
Just because it's fun.
And we got back into Zipsale, and there's loads of new bloody...
Oh, there's so many features, right?
Oh my God, there's so many features.
I usually do a video just on that, to be honest, because that is interesting.
Do people think that's boring, though? Anyway.
No, because I will say this much. There's loads of videos on Zipsale. Everyone knows that. And most people who are watching this video already know about Zipsale.
Which is a cross-listing application.
However, what I would say to you is all the new functions, specifically that offer one you use, Vinted, is madness. And I will be honest, totally worth it. You added that offer thing, right? That thing to your account, yeah? And was it like an hour? And you'd sold something thanks to the offer system? Yeah, there you go.
Okay, I'll tell you about it later.
Yeah, cool.
Side note.
A lot of side notes.
I can't remember what it was.
What was the side note?
I
We were
can't
talking about
remember.
Vinted, we were talking about Zipsale, we were talking about consistency.
Love you.
Bye.
Back by no demand whatsoever.
Not a single person.
This is your voiceover interlude, Cardi. I thought I'd found a new brand. I hadn't. It was very good quality. It is a Spanish boutique, and I do find that boutique brands can do very well, but it depends on the boutique brand, and that one had no compilations.
Sorry, I thought you said boutique.
Boutique. Had no comps at all. This is Goat now goes by Jane Atelier. It is exactly the same label on the new garments, but it says Jane. Yeah.
So it's a different word, the exact same label and same font. It is the same font, actually.
The quality is very good. I always pick it up if it's at the right price. Dresses do go for 3 figures successfully. So I always do pick up Goat or Jane. What I will say is we are in Marylebone, I can never say it, which is obviously central London, very central London, in a very affluent / touristy area. So prices are spenny.
Current Elliott. Have you had any caffeine today, Bethany?
No, I haven't had any. Current Elliott make denim jeans. I'm trying to get all the knowledge out.
You are getting it all out.
Jeans retail for over 3 figures. They also resell for high double figures if you market and sell them correctly.
Can I just say, I noticed at the very beginning of this section, they had multiple kind of garments with security tags, their own security tags, which I think is really interesting because I don't see that anywhere apart from London.
We'll get to it in a minute, and I call it
like there, look, see the white thing?
Clothing prison. I'll show you it in a minute.
When I say security tags, so I don't mean like they have the bike chains to them. I mean actual security.
Reformation, I would have picked this up all day long if it wasn't £30. The style was great, stripes
Colour,
it in, and the right pieces do go for a lot of money, but it's one of those brands that has to be like the trending dress or the dress that like Jane from EastEnders wore. Like
I think maybe not Jane from EastEnders, but I take your point. I think as well it's important to reiterate that to a lot of people, because sometimes just because a brand sells in a specific style or colour or dress or piece, it doesn't necessarily mean the whole brand bangs.
This is R13, and their jeans retail for high 3 figures. These are £75, as you can see from the tag, which is extortionate. However, they are Japanese cloth, so I did do the salvage denim check. Just because they're Japanese cloth does not mean they are salvage denim. Although the Japanese do like salvage denim, they are not the ones. However, if you once again get the right pair of jeans, 3 figures on the bay.
Those Miu Mius though.
Miu Miu's non-authentic. However, I think they know because they do have the clothing prison, which we'll show you in a minute. And the people in these shops that are doing the research, although sometimes the prices don't reflect the resale market, and they're more on the higher retail edge of things,
they are
very aware.
Yeah, I agree with
that. They are very like on the pulse. I picked up those Fiorucci jeans that you saw earlier in the video.
I would be interested to know though how pricing's done, and also like the structure of pricing, and also the knowledge authentication kind of guides
in
these stores, because once again the stuff they get given is so much better. I think it's a much deeper, tougher job.
You have to have a better understanding.
Yeah.
Also, I'd have to say as well, a lot of people, we've been putting out reels or shorts, if you will, because we're living in a short world, a real world. People like reels. someone asked me, why do you go here if there's nothing to resell? Well, firstly, you can find things. We did find things if you watched the start of the video, which I hope you did if you got to this part of the video. But also, learning new brands, this is invaluable. That scarlet cardigan is fantastic.
Gorgeous.
£45. There also was another Reformation piece. Once again, with these Reformation pieces, a lot of Reformation and those sorts of brands are used in American film production and TV shows. So if you find something that's been worn, they're great. This, actually, on reflection, I would have picked up. So it's from a brand called Olivia von Hale, or Haley, Hale. And they make silk pajamas, retail over 600 and resell over 200 to 300.
So I'm going to hit you with another reason. You asked earlier, said some people say sometimes, why do you go there if they're so expensive?
Yeah.
Another reason, because next time you'll know that brand if you see it and what it goes for.
Yeah.
Some of these brands you have never seen before, we've never seen before.
Well, the more traditional brands are a bit more too expensive.
Of course.
However, that for 40, you could have got 100 to 120 for it.
Exactly, but it's also, what I'm saying is a great learning ground for, and just a thing for knowledge across the board with brands, you know?
I'm going through a love affair with anthropology plates and homeware. Just let me have my moment. Some of the pieces do really well. We sold a tea caddy a few years ago for over 100 that we got a boot sale for £3. I also bought my Christmas plates from there, so now I see the value in anthropology.
This was super cute. Chloe for children.
You've got to look in the kids section when you're in London. Look at it. You have to. £80 for the full tracksuit. And although that seems really expensive, that's 2 pieces, £40 each. And it probably would have been high free figures for that little baby tracksuit.
Yeah, I think that's what I think of the residual value. If you're going to resell straight away, okay, that's different. But if you were buying that for someone to wear and then would look after it and then resell it, you'll get that for free pretty much, and you could sell it for the same price.
Welcome to clothing prison. Basically, there's so many security calls you can barely look through the rail. But take a look at some of the prices on these. I
just realised there's an LED lights through there as well.
It's a Christmas prison.
It's a vibe.
This piece I'm fascinated by. So this brand is called the Elder Statesman. They've got it out for 250. And actually the piece in you can't even take it off the rail.
Put the logo by
seriously.
Here.
The logo's there. And retail on the pieces are higher thousands. And if you get the right garment, you're going to get very high free figures. That piece there was obviously a lot more intricate, had a lot more to it, but $9.50 resale. So if you find that in you know, I would have probably paid $250 for $9.50.
Can we not ignore this on screen though?
This is a Walt Disney Productions French Paris fur coat.
That's giving Deville.
Deville. Spelled Deville, said devil. No.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I looked sus then.
That coat on First Dibs, by the way, was over 500. They had it in there for 450.
I think someone uses the internet for their pricing.
Yeah,
you know?
And isn't using eBay Sols. We use a lot of eBay Sols if you're new here, because eBay obviously is the most widely used platform, and a lot of people use it to gauge a price on things.
It's not the only platform, but once again, it's a great overall view, especially if predominantly people, which I guess are watching this or using that information themselves, would kind of be selling on eBay.
This is the Cancer Research, which is over the road, and
look
probably
at those sweets.
Notoriously the most expensive shop in the world, I think, personally.
And I love it.
I love it. It's one of my favourite ones just to look round. Churches in the tartan, their current season. These Tom Fords, unfortunately, were missing a couple of studs. And they were priced at $280, which is similar to sort of a pre-owned dress agency or one of the sort of more specialist websites, if that makes sense. Lubes, I don't pick up Louboutins anymore.
Unless they're particular kind of standout boots or something specific, I agree. Heels,
or a SOCAIL,
exactly that, or a classic heel. But in between, no, not so much. I would say as well. You'd say about the price in here. I think once again, it's boring to say, but we're in London. That's it. You know, a glass of wine's more expensive. It's just across the board, you know?
Huge reductions off retail. These running trainers that you've probably seen them before. I haven't seen them before. I'm going to say Bahe.
Bahe.
And leaving the logo there. They retail for about 140. They're giving like stylized running shoes, not quite on clouds, but
not
like
quite all birds either.
A fancy running shoe that you pick up in a department store. So they might be worth looking out for if you're in a boot sale in other charity shops. It's just great market research in general.
What were those transparent things?
Uggs. There were no comps in the UK, but the US market was very strong.
Look at this, from like 80.
Universal Studios. Name your favourite ride in Universal Studios in exactly 1 second. fail. Jurassic Park.
Yeah,
No,
okay.
that's a Disney.
That's a Disney, yeah, it is.
Yeah. Anyway, that was £60. I did Google it.
Google it.
And they're about 60 to 70, so that would make sense.
So once again, most of these prices you're seeing are very similar to resale, what we call resale retail. Like what they're kind of selling for, not selling for, but listed for, I should say, on the bay.
It's like the amount of times I Googled something and they came up for
within
the
about
price.
20 quid, yeah?
Yeah, so
exactly.
it was very obvious that a Google had been done as opposed to a sold had been done. But once again,
that's beautiful.
Like these are people, these are volunteers, these are people working in these stores, they're not professional.
We the Free, this is a banging piece. We the Free, if anyone doesn't know, is obviously free people. Some of the pieces like that are outstanding.
Aztec prints always sell in any weave, in any garment ever, probably.
Yep.
Vintage, non-branded vintage.
The dream is anything Navajo from Ralph Lauren, but that's where kind of that popularity comes from recently. Kind of, I guess the one for Americana in general, and kind of that crossover, kind of Native American, etc. You know.
This was a clothing prison in this shop.
Yeah.
You can't. The problem is, and I'm not. This is no diss, but the problem I found you can't
shop
see
it, right?
Is I couldn't shop it. That's Louis Vuitton, but that wire is attached to. And I understand where we are in the world during this video and the obviously security. I understand that, but it makes it very hard to shop. Just letting everyone know. It makes. I
also think if these dresses are kind of regularly are like £200, £300, £500, right, in this shop, I'm sure if they're charging that, I'm sure they can work out maybe a different kind of security system, something that could be more easily shoppable.
That's gorgeous,
especially if they're making the money on them. I'm saying
Isabel Marant full label,
beautiful.
Isabel Marant's one of those brands that has a sister brand called Italy, which is Star in French. Someone taught me that here.
Shout out my fam.
And it's just as expensive. It actually is not. Isabel Marant Italy is really stinking expensive, like £200 to £600, and then Isabel Marant's like £500 to £1,000.
Yeah.
So like, I think we get it twisted sometimes.
It's not like it's cheap, right?
The sister brands are cheaper.
No,
they're not
cheaper, but compared to what,
Same with Chloe and C by Chloe, another brand. I realised there was hats. And I got excited.
I'm so glad. I'm so impressed you put that. I was going to mention it because I didn't want to out you. I'm so glad you put that shoulder back on.
What shoulder back on?
You did it without you noticing. There was a gold dress. The shoulder dropped.
Off-white card holder. Thought that was a good price, £40.
Quite shocked that can't be 60.
The comms on eBay are terrible.
So interesting. Honestly, like that's another, for me, hate comments if you want. That's another brand that honestly I feel so bad for, that I feel like it becoming more kind of everyday streetwear has killed it.
We put this on a short reel. These are Prada collaboration with Cass Decay.
Tell them.
Cassius Hurst. It's an art collaboration. Now, the price they had on these was $1,200, which appears to be the resale price of a new pair. You know, like when you buy off Goat or StockX.
So it's basically a sealed in the box, not sealed, but you know what I mean, new in the box of that pair from that era.
However, once again, if we go back to eBay, there were no solds. I couldn't find any completed sales because the other unless you go out looking, other websites, you can't find soles as easily.
Yeah,
those were no ball trainers, by the way. No ball, really good. Americans love those trainers. Well, I say Americans. I see Rally Roots pick them up, and that's why I say Americans love them.
I think there's a lot of brands that unless you're you're in the city, as in London, you just don't see as much of. Or you're like anyone can buy from online, but if you don't know, you don't know.
I was trying to get an example of menswear prices here. For example, their striped H&M jumper before this.
It was a rugby, yeah.
Or rugby, whatever.
Yeah.
Was £13 or £14.
Yeah.
And that's sort of the average price for a lower end high street brand.
They start around 15 quid, right? Yeah, 12, 15 pounds.
And if it has a trend to it or is remotely stylish, as in something that's like Molly May's wearing at the moment or Kim K or whatever, then it's going to be double that. They're going to price it the same as a
which is
more
so
expensive brand.
Based on the fact that you could style it out.
And we came here a couple of weeks ago, just so you know. We come here every time we come here because we park near here. We pop in every time.
Yeah.
And I have to say, I didn't see one piece I saw last time.
No, that's so strange. Because last time we visited that store, there was a £900 Chanel jumper on the mannequin as you went in, and it's now gone sold.
Sold. Women I want to be both comfortable and chic. That looks like my Escandar dress, isn't it?
Does indeed. No, actually, it looks nice than that.
Yeah. And this is weekend max, Mara, just to clarify.
There you go.
That everyone says is really cheap.
Weekend
Oh, you're using the goods.
Yeah.
I'm filming you.
Huh?
I'm filming you. You're using my spider bite.
Oh, no, you're not.
Oh, I am.
I'm just going to keep on because
I am, sir. Bear in mind as well, this is the time between Christmas and New Year. So it was and it was a Sunday. So it was particularly quiet.
It was the Sunday between the both, yeah.
Yeah. And we actually made the mistake, you'll see later, of... Well, it wasn't a mistake. It's not a mistake at all. But we drove from here to our next stop instead of we would normally get like an Uber or public transport.
Yeah.
We thought we'd risk it all because it was so quiet in London. It was mental.
It doesn't look it when you compare this to kind of some of the streets we usually kind of pick in, but it was so quiet, right? Like these streets are usually, even the side street like this, are usually crazy.
I love this Barnardo's. It's just a tiny bit down the road. As the Americans would say, probably a block.
Yeah.
It is though.
Yeah, it is very much like that.
Down a side road, and I find the prices in here, you can really get some great bargains.
These were beautiful.
So I was meant to go back to these and I didn't. These are Margaret Howe full line press sample.
Yeah, press sample.
So the sticker on the inside says it should be being returned to Margaret Howe.
Well, it was their address, yeah.
So they were obviously borrowed for a photo shoot or whatever. They were £34, which I actually think was a really good price. However, I do wonder how they would have fared on the bay with the fact that you'd have to be a quick sale so that, you know...
As we've had previously, like a lot of the Mulberry bits and pieces we've had in the past, like samples, like they're a lot harder to sell on the bay. If you have someone who's going to buy that kind of thing from you and they're like a collector, it's no problem. But because they were a very specific, quite a niche thing, like they're Margaret Howe, but they're wellies, like they're welly boots, very much like the Hunter and Stella McCartney collab.
I also do find on... £34 for Reformation joggers.
I love those joggers though.
I also do find on Whatnot, because we do live selling as well as normal selling.
Who knew?
We're doing a lot of different things this year, and we're going to do our next video. We're going to talk about it. However, I don't find Margaret Howe's one of those brands that doesn't always hit.
No, I agree.
On Whatnot.
Because I think it's quite specific. I mean, come on, let's talk about this.
That first dress was Saint Laurent. This dress is Dolce & Gabbana. I could find one comp of it selling for $450.
And guess what the price was?
£389, very specific.
Which is so random, right?
However, this is gorgeous. This is one of the runway pieces. It would have been well over 4 figures.
Yeah, big time.
It's like a tweed, boucle sort of material.
It had lace, it had velvet.
It's got the cameos. I actually expected the cameos to be a little bit better quality.
I was going to say the same thing. That's not something we've spoken of either.
But I do love that dress. Yeah. That's there. All these shops have a clothing present.
A present for a good boy.
Those were Emma Bridgewater, and I couldn't find any comps for those specific plates.
Guaranteed, they're like 1 in a million. They're worth £20,000 a piece.
I found similar ones for 20. It got weirdly intense in there, didn't it?
Yeah.
It got like weirdly intense, but I turn the camera around and you can see. Although it says pause here, can I pause now filming and then do stuff?
Try it.
Pause. I think it just allows for you to like get comfortable.
Okay.
That's the one. It's Fara. Now Fara, I find reasonably expensive in general.
Yeah.
This one in Angel, pretending like I know what I'm talking about.
I don't know. It's not clearance store either.
They tell me it's not. I asked them. They say it's not. It's just they put everything out. They say.
Yeah.
They put everything out. So we just bought 5 or 6 Stella McCartney pieces.
We did.
How do you feel about that?
I feel good. Now there was some cool stuff there. There had some good brands, and a lot, like I said earlier, a lot of London, like the average price is between 15 and 20 quid for everything. So to get anything like around 10 or under, especially for like higher end pieces, is really good.
I would make, if you're in London and you're doing Chaz's, I would come out of my way to go to this one if you're looking for affordable pieces.
I would say it's one of the best if you're buying for yourself, or you're looking for particularly high end, like most places in London are I wouldn't say reasonable, but you can get good pieces for a lot cheaper than retail. But this is actually what I call proper charity shop prices.
I'm going to say though, they don't steam.
No.
And they put everything out. Everything.
The chap behind the desk, actually, he bought out a bag, like a big old like sack, if you want, of pre-priced things, which obviously they price in the back, and then they just bring out.
I think it's now there.
Yeah, so do I.
I just think they're not claiming it. Anyway, so like I did have to say, like, all the cashmeres and all the walls I found had holes.
But they said that though.
They said as seen. Everything says as seen on it. Every single item.
So you gotta be hot, because you're probably gonna get caught out once or twice. But if you're looking for one or two pieces and you're not in a rush, you can spend time looking and making sure there's no holes. That's it. That's part of. I hate that saying. That's part of the digging.
The problem we are experiencing here is Austin has this rule in life: he parks where he wants within reason. It has to be a space. However, the legal requirements of being in the space, you could get towed here.
I mean, it's a loading bay. So technically I was loading my shopping.
And this is all the traffic trying to get past us.
This is like a crazy main road in London, yeah.
So now we've got to attempt to get out of it. Which, to be honest, when we came in it was very quiet.
But
so maybe
I was just going to say, it was dead, right?
So maybe if we just wait a little bit, it'll be fine. However, how many items do you think we found in there then? For example, we'll do a mini haul later. We will, because I'm going to make Austin do it.
No, you're going to do it. I'm not doing it. I'm going to say 15.
15. Average price, what do you reckon? Tenner?
But tenner, yeah.
Tenner.
If you get more than 15, you're doing well.
Someone just left me a voice note. If that's you and you didn't know, you just sent me a voice note on Sunday at 2:44.
What, on Instagram?
I'm going to listen to it right now, okay? I might not answer, but I will listen to it. By the way, if I don't answer immediately on Instagram or any platforms, it's because I have ADHD. So in my head I reply, but I don't actually reply.
I try my best to reply if Bethany's told me. If she hasn't told me, I'm afraid you might be lost.
Anyway, we'll show you what we've got there. Loads of Stella McCartney. There was some Suzanne. There was some Marge. There was some Couples. There was a new brand to me. So I'm going to share it with you. If it's not a new brand to you, then well done on being really, really good at your job. But it's called Ammo. A-M-O. Would you say that's called Ammo?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, and they're a jean company. They do sell in Anthropology. However, independently, £300 a pair of jeans.
Sweet.
Okay. See you in a bit, kiddos. We're trying really hard to actually... You might see some footage from in that shop, but quite frankly, I was having heart palpitations, so that's just how it is. The little bit of footage that I did get before I start getting flustered, I get very easily flustered like a bird in a cage.
That was a Coach bag, which was beat, but it was authentic. It was lovely.
They claim this shop isn't an outlet. Probably just said that, but quite frankly, I think it is, because with the quality, it's just lower. The quality. Do you know what I mean? Like the shoes are all pretty much. The
shop you just saw in this video, but previously to that, they're different levels of quality. They just are.
But if you're going to put
you can't find bangers
elbow
here.
grease, like those would have done up really well. They had a bit of heel drag though, so we left them. Axel Arigato.
Same thing. Just used, right?
You can see from the sole. There's just that's going to go through.
But they were like £8.
Yeah. This is a bargain shop. I
would
say it's the cheapest, and you do find things. We did find things. Now, we did find a lot of Stella McCartney in this shop, which I didn't film because that was when I was getting flustered. So we are going to do a video tomorrow. I think we're going to do plans and hauls or whatever.
Can I just say, we will. Can I just say, I didn't know you were getting flustered whilst I was in this shop at all.
Yeah, well, it's because you're in your own world,
sir. I'm a thrifter, man. I'm digging. Give me a break.
Oh, God. I found some shoes in a minute. I'm going to pick them up. They're from a brand called... I can't pronounce it ever. Can you pronounce it? £8.50. Etsy's. I always say Etsy's, but it's not. It's EYSTS. Etsy's.
We put a logo right here.
Etsy's.
I think it's French, isn't it?
Yeah. If you pick up the right ones, they do really well. That's pretty much retail and retail. That's how, they're similar.
Okay.
This was my one homeware of the day.
Beautiful though, right?
I thought it was really cool. It's frosted glass. I didn't actually know it was illy, but they're going for two cups are going for 200.
Let's do it.
I know, right?
It was nice too.
One cup's got to be 30 quid, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so.
However, in this shop, every single item says sold as seen. Every single item.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter what it is. So that cos had holes, and it said it has holes. Whereas this, we couldn't see anything wrong with this, because normally sometimes like the ends can fray on the lace.
No, it's lovely.
But it was in very lovely condition, so we picked that up. Sandro Marge, what's the other brand? Sandro Marge Claudie Pirlot. I think people underestimate how much money that costs retail. That'd be about 300 quid retail.
This was a Gucci planner diary, Filofax kind of thing, and it was a couple quid. Why not?
£4 to be precise. £4.
Okay.
Now, I'm not going to lie, we completely failed at the last spot because the charity shop we wanted to go to, Mary's Linen Giving, was closed. I don't know if we got there, it just wasn't on or open or whatever. Maybe it was a Sunday. However, Austin, we went to the pub because if you're in London, you got to go to a pub. It's just like laws of attraction. I don't know, it's laws of everything. You just got to go to the pub. So I had a Coke, just to clarify. But Austin, we've got an obsession with Gales. I don't know if everyone's heard of Gales, but if you haven't, it's a coffee shop chain, but they make the best pastries and the best little sandwiches. It's fantastic, and they're mainly this end of the world, I believe. Like, there's none in Somerset. Anyway, Austin said, should we get a Too Good To Go bag from Gales? I was like, yeah, Austin, let's do that. Let's get a Too Good To Go bag from Gales. Anyways, the one he ordered was like 25 minutes away, and we've got to go and pick up the other people from football. So we're here now. Well, he's in getting it. Now, I want to know, I hope there's good stuff in there. But we are ending the night with Gales. I will pop up later and I will give you a haul of everything. We've got all the Stella McCartney stuff. He's coming. Does it feel heavy? Does it feel heavy?
Well, I'm not going to lie. I have very few skills in my life. But charm, I like to think, is one of them. I took these to the tin. She said you can have them too.
Get out of town!
Seriously?
I love Daily Doses. I've said it before. I freaking love the cold pressed juices, and they're really expensive.
Try one.
I'm gonna eat loads of stuff now. Love you. Bye. I just looked in the top of the bag, and I think you have to be involved. So
okay, let's put the light on.
It's gonna. Right.
So you have these, which I don't think were part of it.
No, but we got these.
If ever a Gale see this, I apologise. But your staff are kick-ass. So
yeah, they're amazing.
An orange one, same orange.
They knew we were from out of town. They could tell.
Okay, I'm gonna do these. You haven't seen these.
Apparently, it's no sandwiches though.
I'm dead.
A muffin. We've got a muffin.
So if you haven't had one of these, the like the actual thing here, like it comes off like a mushroom. I can't even talk to you.
It was $4.99 for everything in this bag.
Okay, one.
But that's worth it on its own. $4.99. I would pay that for a muffin.
One of, I think it's the
What's that?
That is one
of the... Is that a scone?
Scone.
What flavour is that?
Kind of regular, what do you call it? Like,
like raisins?
Raisins, come on,
My dad he doesn't like raisins.
Just put this to one side, hang on. There is... Oh, Lila love this.
Oh, that's rose and pistachio cake.
Really cute. And these are like, just clarify, what's that? That one on its own. That's like £3 or £4, right? Then you have... Oh my days.
What is that? What is
it? I think that's. I want to say that's a savoury. It's not though.
That's savoury.
It is, isn't it? It's oregano.
I know you're watching me smell
this is really bad. That's not great for you either.
Excuse you. I don't know what that is. Maybe.
Anywho, smells great, right? And finally, we have at the very bottom. We have the book back on the bottom. We have a full loaf. And these are crazy prices, right, guys?
Oh yeah.
This is today.
Oh yeah. Get your Gales Too Good To Go. Get your Gales. This is the Blackfriars location for anyone who cares.
I might not leave that in because the girl hooked this up and I don't want to do a dirty.
I'm not going back.
True story. True story.
Okay, cool. Thanks, guys.